that I have a baby that knows how to say D-line. D-line is sort of irritating. All day long, Poop says D-line, 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 D-line. And numbers climb fast, huh? I guess so. And I tell y'all, this wasn't at the end. I was like, well, I just announced it all at one time, and Bobby's gonna go crazy after this thing, and we start having our fun. But it never was meant to be like some kind of presidential address or some shit to tell what the hell you mean Notre Dame? Come on, man, not Notre Dame, OHIO. But it was never meant to be this like a presidential address or anything like that. But what happened is we had a lot of little stuff to work out. Trademark issues were a big thing, and you know, it also gave me time to talk to my peoples who do a lot of my printing. Um, the logo, the logos you will see here, and I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm laughing at y'all because y'all keep putting these teams up that I really don't like. What's going on, Mike? But the whole thing was about I'll tell y'all from the beginning. You know, when I did decide to do the registry thing, it was more out of necessity. It wasn't out of a thing that I wanted to ever do. I really never wanted to do the registry thing. I've told y'all that a million times. And then, yeah, if y'all ever confused when y'all hear people start talking about the APDR, I actually did accept the director's job at the APDR, co-directors with my brother Danny Navoa, and we accepted the task, and we accepted it because of our enthusiasm to finally try to figure out the American Bully. And it was pretty cool, man. We went pretty tough on it, and to get rid of all the stories behind it. The reason why we backed out of the APDR was simple. It it truly just didn't personify the American Bully as what we thought. It wasn't an economic thing. We were going to get paid, all that stuff, but it wasn't what we knew as American Bully. And the American Bully is something that it's a culture. It's a culture. The American Bully is something that you really care about. Oh, this shirt. Yeah, the fuck exotics. Yeah, first time I wore this. Well, actually, first time I wore it in public. I had already had these shirts for about 8, 9 months. That was last year at Nationals, and yeah, first time I wore these shirts, they went crazy, man. Now I got black, green. We got an order of red ones coming in next week. It's pretty cool. We even got fuck exotic thongs coming out. Shit changes, I guess. People want it. That's what. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna try to stick to this registry. But the reason for this registry was nothing. I'm not saying why other people decided to start registries. I'm not saying why other people decided to. It's good. It's cool, Mike, because we're gonna get off target a lot of times on this thing. But I heard y'all complaints. Bottom line. Now I'll sound a little different tonight because I talk more personal, and I thought y'all would know that. But throughout this process, what it is that over the years, a lot of y'all have sent me complaints, 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 complaints. And some of the things that y'all don't know is that I have certain little, and it's not anything major that's going to kill me, but I have hormone deficiencies that drive me crazy and different things at times. And it's pretty much under control. But I also, some of y'all know, I am a gym owner for another week. And I have other businesses and other things that I was trying to do besides, dogs. And I always wanted to support the ABKC because y'all don't understand. Like, we worked hard. When y'all hear people say that, and that's why you see that Big Preach, that's my brother. Well, even if we don't need security, we need security. So, I gotta get you out there. But at the end of the day, it became a thing of what y'all see from people is people miss what the American Bully was about. What you see right now is the American Bully is a sideshow. It's a circus now. It's something that for years I advised certain people on how to fix it. A lot of us advised certain people on how to get it back on track, and no one ever cared to try to get it back on track. And this is the reason for this registry. It's not a competition. It's not a measuring contest. It's none of that. What it's about is actually getting the breed back on track. And I will say this. One of the main things, oh man, Big Ten champions, Robert Ellis, I gotta say that. But one of the main things that we are focusing on is actually making this into a breed, something that you don't see going on right now. A lot of people care about their numbers, and a lot of people care about how many people they put in a show and different things. We actually want this thing to be a breed, and initially we set out to have it as a breed. And that's why you'll notice that in this registry, when the standards are released, and we're not releasing everything tonight. Tonight is just a name, and you already know that Rhode Island is the first show. And the biggest thing about it is that certain small things with this breed have to be brought back. The small things are things like loose skin. We have to get rid of the loose skin. We have to get rid of easty westy. We have to get rid of the prevalence of high rears. We have to get rid of these things that should have been focused on for years. And instead of that focus, we became a community of people who want to be celebrities. And what am I drinking? I am drinking V8 Berry Splash with Berry Ciroc. That's what it's healthy, and it'll get you fucked up. But at the end of the day, what you're gonna see is a concentrated effort to make this a real breed. And I told you I'm getting away from bashing anybody, as they say, but we just have to be real. We don't have a real breed. In the American Bully, we do not have a real breed. I want to set that record straight. Some of us other older dog men and women know this thing, or people who've been around a while. We don't have a real breed. You can't have 25 looks and have a breed. So what our registry is really trying to do is we're trying to focus to get you to breed directly towards a standard. Keep that standard in place, and let's perfect that standard. And at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we're going to make the best out of this standard. What's going on, y'all? And I'm missing something because I'm all over the place here tonight. But also, we want to bring back the culture. And y'all will notice that it'll be very, very, very direct attempts to get rid of people. What I mean by that is I'm not saying that we want to get rid of people. But what we want to do is we want to take the faces of the kennels from being the guys who are breeding the dogs and take it back to being about the dogs. Trust me, as cool as it seems in this American Bully world, as cool as this seems to be what we are right now, and you see people posing and everybody thinks that they're a star. What's going on, Monty? That's not going to push this breed further. We have to get back to the point where it was when Remy was the face of the American Bully, Carolina Bully Selection Program. But we have to get back. We have to get back to what's going on, Rich and Drew. We got to get back to the point where it's all about dogs all of the time. And you'll notice that's why we push. You'll notice with this registry, we have a lot more barbecues than actual shows. We will have a lot more barbecues than actual shows. You will still get a good amount of shows, but what the barbecues do in our barbecue scene is going to do is keep the community united. Some people call them meet and greets, some people call them barbecues. But at the end of the day, we're going to tie our community together by having less formal events where we can come out and we can bring the community together. We can, make it more family oriented to bring the breed back together and everybody get to working, And with all that being said, this has been a journey. Some of the things y'all will see from this registry, a lot of the things you will see from this registry will be totally different. Now, I will say this tonight, and I've said it before, and we're going to be very specific tonight. The breeds that will be a part of this said registry, and y'all still trying to get me to say the name right away, but I won't do it. I've held on to it. Y'all know I can keep a fucking secret at least, because I've held on to this secret for a while, huh? But we will have the American Pit Bull Terrier. I don't know if you guys are American Pit Bull Terrier fans, but you should be giving likes for the American Pit Bull Terrier just alone. The reason why we're going with the American Pit Bull Terrier is, in my opinion, the American Pit Bull Terrier is still the greatest breed in the world. No matter which variation you have of this dog, it's the American fucking Pit Bull Terrier, and there's no way that you can have a bully registry or anybody else's registry without having the American Pit Bull Terrier. If you do not have that, you don't have a registry, in my opinion. Now of course the AKC would beg to differ, but but second up on the breed list is the Bull Terrier. Bull Terrier is a sexy dog in a lot of ways. The Bull Terrier is a dog that is in the Bull family. The Bull Terrier is a dog that is intricate. And we will learn a lot more about the Bull Terrier in the correct way to breed the Bull Terrier and to judge the Bull Terrier. It's not a lot of times what y'all think. It's a lot of, what's the word, specificities. I don't pronounce everything well, but I have a big vocabulary. I just don't pronounce. But it is... it's a breed that I had to have. Spud McKenzie, it's in there. It's a fiery dog. A lot of people support it. Before you ask the questions, yes, we will allow the weird colors to come in. This is the American Bully community, and we will allow the weird colors to come in. Next up is a name that sounds familiar, but we changed the name. It is the Frenchie Bull. The Frenchie Bull is not going to be called the French Bulldog for one specific reason, and it's because our standard is not exactly what the French Bulldog standard is. And from the years of, I just respect breeds. I respect breeds, and I wish, it's possible that after we get here, the the Bull Terrier somehow will change a little slightly by as far as the name goes. But I will say this, and hello everybody. I know I'm missing people, but much love to y'all. I'm sort of locked in and focused a little bit because I got to think extra on this thing. Oh man, the the Frenchie Bull will be, you allowed the tries, no merles, but you are allowed the tries, you are allowed the blues and other colors that you don't typically wouldn't see, in the French Bulldog ring. This is why. It's a respect thing, and that's all. That's the only reason why we're changing the name. Its standard is not totally locked in, and we have to do some things with its standard. Very much like you've always seen, but we'll have a debate on size. And and it's a basic size difference. It's only a 5-pound gap, but we will figure that out. The English Bull, once again, he's just like the Frenchie Bull. We've got shirts to get him going and to put his name out there and to get him get him pumped up. But the thing about the English Bull is the same reason. It's not an English, to me, and I know some people are going to be like, oh, whatever. But an English Bulldog is not a try dog. Now, in our community, we wanted to try English Bulldogs. We also wanted, blue English Bulldogs. We wanted all these colors. So there have been people who've been breeding these dogs for hundreds of years now. I didn't think it was very respectful for them to take their name and then change it, with me just coming along and us just coming along. So it's out of respect to them. The English Bull, we still give the respect to his origins by putting the English on there, and we'll put the Bull, but it is not an English Bulldog. That name is sacred, and it should be treated with a lot of respect, Next on our agenda is the good old American Bully. The American Bully, for all intents and purposes, as you know, is the main dog in this registry right now. And I have intentions. I've been going crazy. It's not going to be the same like you always see, where this is a strictly American Bully type of thing and you see a few stragglers come in. No, we recruit. I'm actually hiring someone to recruit, to call all of these, bulldog people, all of these bull terrier people, all of these other breeds to try to get them to show up stronger and stronger and stronger because, to tell you the truth, the American bully needs to be punched in the mouth and the game needs to be stepped up. But the American bully is the American bully. There are only 3 classes. They are currently called classes, but you might notice that on your paperwork it says pocket breed, standard breed, and XL breed. The reason for this being is that dog will take a metamorphosis of sort. And and what it's going to go to is it's going to go into its own breed. We're going to write out that we're going to figure out the total way, and it'll be a decade thing. But eventually, it will be the pocket American bully. And it will be the standard American bully. And it will be the XL American bully. They will not be allowed to be mixed and interchanged any longer. They will be their own respected breeds. And they will compete against each other and not against the other American bullies. They probably, by that point, there'll be classes. And they will be in line in the same class. But they're not. They will technically at that point not be considered the same breed. So that is something to keep in mind. And the reason why we did this, I know some of y'all are like, well, why would you do that? It's consistency. We have strong belief that eventually you have to be consistent. Pockets need to have their genetics arranged properly to just be pockets. They don't need to be pockets and parts standard anymore. Some pockets are part standard, part XL, and y'all wonder why we have such inconsistencies. Excuse me. In confirmation. Eventually this has to be taken seriously, and genetics are like that. You can't play with genetics and keep on adding huge, then taking it away to small, and back and forth and expecting consistency. That won't happen. So as of now, the American bully is one breed, but yes, you will start to know that yeah, preach, I had to do it, man. I was nervous today, I've done a million things. I've been going a million miles an hour, and I think because of my other conditions and actually skipping what I was supposed to take today, I sort of got myself a little wound up, but I'm back. Now the Shorty Bull. Shorty Bull will be here. Shorty Bull does derive from the American bully and this family. I've grown to like the Shorty Bull more, and I look forward to seeing the Shorty Bull grow at our registry, We want to make it a realistic home for the Shorty Bull, and we want to keep on pushing it and trying to expand it. I think they've done a lot of good things with the Shorty Bull, and they will get better. Now, next on the list. Can anybody guess who's next on the list? It's an interesting fella that we all know, but he's not a part of the bully family. It is the Rottweiler. Truly, that dog, it didn't make it because of this, but it is one of my favorite dogs. It's the very first dog that I ever really owned. And people wonder why the Roddy was brought in. It's simple. The Roddy was brought in as the wild card. The Roddy is a more established breed. The Roddy is a different breed. The Roddy will not only challenge our judges, but it will challenge our community. Good Rottweiler breeders are locked in. They're ready to go. They're not involved in any developmental shit. They're ready to kick our asses. I like that idea because I like the challenge, and I hope y'all up to the challenge to going at those guys to try to win. To try to win. And also making the cut is the American Bulldog. The American Bulldog, it came down, a lot of people wanted the American Bulldog, and some people wanted the oldie. With more and more research, I tell you what, we figured that it was only one way to do this thing because it became a debate, and it became an ugly debate. And it was only one way to do it. So to all my oldie people, I'm sorry, but you're coming too. Because we went back and forth, and it was a lot of going back and forth with the oldie people. The oldie people felt like they deserved it over the American. The American was like, the oldie is a developmental breed. I heard all kind of shit. I even got into the Hermes and different things. Well, really, we're going to bring both of the massive bulldogs in there, and we are going to let them bang it out, But we will be strict, and we are going to follow. We're going to follow the code, and we're going to try to clean those dogs up too. Hey, you shut up, Ray. Now, I guess what y'all all wanted to. I guess what you all wanted to know is this: the registry is not named the D-Line Registry. It's not named the Terrell Registry. It's not named the Ohio State Registry or the Halle Registry or the Denzel Registry. I wanted one thing: the truth. No more lies. No more playing around with people. No more people feeling like they're robbed when they come to these shows. No more hanging papers. That's why we DNAing. No more fucking around with our breed with a bunch of lies and bullshit. No leaders who lie to you every day. So when I said that, the only thing that mattered to me and the only thing that could actually be this registry was the truth. Therefore, the name of the registry is the TBKC. The True Bully Kennel Club. And it's just that simple. We made it a point, and everybody agreed with the name. Everything about us will be the truth. The TBKC is the registry, and we are going to go at these people with reckless abandon. It's not a thing to eliminate, but it's a thing to get this thing back to what it is. At this point in time, we have a lot of people. We have a lot of people who support us 100%. From the WBA squad, my good friend Oscar Gomez, who I think is a role model in this community, and he has been nothing but a friend to me during this process. I love Oscar. That's my brother, man. And really, he pushed me to do this thing. And I'm just being real with y'all right now. Oscar pushed me to do this thing. He told me, it was one of them early morning calls. Oscar don't talk. And he said, I don't have time. And I might not have the temperament to do it. I think you can do it. So, hey, much love. Y'all can thank Oscar when y'all talk to him. It's nobody, if you are a young breeder and you want somebody to walk in their footsteps, Oscar Gomez is that guy. He loves this breed, original EE guy, original whatever. He was one of the big reasons to do it. Another reason, another guy that I think that we should all look up to is Carlton Pratt. Carlton Pratt pushed me to do this in different ways, because the one thing that Pratt has been is steady, and he's always cared about the breed. And y'all know what? He is very truthful. Even if you don't like the things that Pratt has to say all the time, just like you don't like what I have to say all the time, he's always very truthful. And at the end of his conversations, no matter what it comes down to breaking down the dog and being very, very truthful. So y'all can get on Mr. Pratt's nerves, and y'all tell him, man, y'all thank him. Sean from True Tank, y'all will see the reemergence of True Tank Kennels. You will see the reemergence of True Tank on the scene. You will get to meet True Tank. All of y'all that have short shot on y'all pedigrees, y'all will get to meet Sean from True Tank. At this point in time, I know that he's going to be a special guest speaker on our circuit, and you might even see him step in the ring and judge from time to time. But Sean from True Tank is back. He's coming back. I would be totally remiss if I didn't say the head of judges is the one and only John Easterly, the original judge of the American Bully. Before there was any judge, there was John Easterly. Don't let anybody tell you any lies or any bullshit. We giving you the truth. And the truth of the matter is, the very first person who was truly the American Bully head of judges and the guy who ran shit was John Easterly, and he's right back where he belongs. He's the head of judges. He's calling shows. He's calling the shots on how to put this breed back together and make it what it's supposed to be as far as consistency and overall quality. Everybody's got their own hype man and their own media guys. You already know that Bobby Deans is going to be over all of this shit, putting it out there. I don't even got to announce Bobby, because Bobby going to announce himself. And right now, as we speak, Bobby is probably flooding the internet with the logos of the TBKC. And I would like to thank my guys in the Philippines. You know what I mean? Mr. Bald and Mr. Vega. some people brag about being worldwide. Not any of the logos that y'all will see from this registry was made in the United States. Now we are going to have logos from the artists in the United States, but it was fun just to go to different places and see people say, "Let me do some artwork." Y'all see some more next week. Y'all see some with a Latin American feel to them. We will be in Mexico. We have great people down in Mexico. My man down there, his screen name is DeVille. Y'all will see him. I'm gonna forget people left and right, but when I tell y'all, myself, Danny Navoa, my brother, Danny, Hall of Fame, Rhode Island, we ready. As y'all seen, if y'all thought it was bullshitting around, look on the page, you'll see Hall of Fame, Rhode Island. We always, you would think that that's Danny's last name is Guerrero, but Danny has already went and basically took care of a world-class facility. The first actual show will be in a facility that's what most places try to have nationals in. It's big. It has 3 soccer fields inside of it. You actually have glass all around it to where you can watch down on the show, almost like some like those premium sports booths. I mean, we are going to set it off in Rhode Island, and the one true reason people was like, well, why Rhode Island? Why Rhode Island? Bottom line is because of Danny. Nobody that I know personally, he is Hall of Fame, Rhode Island. People think that we are two different kennels. Hall of Fame is Hall of Fame. That's been my brother for over a decade, and y'all gonna see. If I had to call anybody in the world to put on a show, I would call that guy, because everything he do is top notch, and he has a passion for it. And last night we sat down at dinner, we talked about it, and he put up the post today. He called me and Danny out, called John Easterly out. He already calling us out. It wasn't even 24 hours after dinner, after we sat down and ate some good food and talked, he was already ready. It's Sunday, and Danny calling us out like, we got to get together this week. March is coming. We got to get together, John. We got to get together, Danny, and we going to set it off. And that's why I needed that, because coming out the gates, I know how John feels. I know how the other Danny feels. I know how I feel. I know how Bobby feels. I know how Oscar feels. I mean, WBA will be in the house. A ton of beautiful dogs. Eric Williams that owns Bison, he's already contacted me. We got top-notch dogs that are coming to do a top-notch show. If y'all thought that Remy Line was dead, I'm going to prove y'all wrong. Remy Line is wide awake, living, ready to get in that show and put on a show. I know guys from the Remy Line squad. I've been talking to them. I've been dealing with them. And even though somebody sold out, Remy Line is alive, and Remy Line will be representing to the fullest. I promise y'all that. Remy Line will be back, and it won't be RKC, but it will be TBKC, and they will be coming in there to represent at a high level. What we are looking for is true American bullies. And giving everybody a chance to do this. Yes, I am the guy that pretty much gets the responsibility for D-Line. D-Line will compete, but D-Line will be beat on days. So what? That's the way it goes. I look forward to seeing D-Line get beat so I can get in the ears of my guys on how they better get better and go kick them Remy Line and them damn True Tank guys' asses and them Gotti Line guys. And, it's going to be a lot, man. Oh, God, here go Thomas with his bullshit. But it's going to be a lot, man. It's going to be a lot. Florida, I can tell y'all this, Florida, it's already 5 barbecues that are pretty much set up, and we're going to get them going. We're actually going to have the first barbecue in December, and we're going to roll. The Midwest, I'm flying back. I got to meet up with Bobo, Big Kev, Manny, and everybody in the Midwest. Andrew, we got a squad up there, and the Midwest is going to be lit. We're going to have a lot of shows in the Midwest, a lot of barbecues. Texas, we got a squad in Texas right now. We got a nice crew in that Texas, Oklahoma area. Don't worry about Texas. Everybody's taken care of. California is taken care of. If you up on the East Coast anywhere, I don't care, North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way up through New York, y'all will be taken care of. My man Caesar is in New York, and Rufino is in New York. We got guys everywhere who willing to take care of some shit and make sure that this happen and have shows and barbecues everywhere. Everything's not going to be a major show. You're going to have a lot of meet and greets. that's a smaller event, but at the same time a big event. Absolutely will be in Jersey. The one city I keep hearing about, and I think it's the biggest hurdle, is DC. Somebody like, have a show in DC. Do y'all know how hard it is to have anything in DC? We gonna try though. We gonna try. Like I told y'all last night, I don't know many people from like the Dakotas and stuff like that. But that's an area where it's going to be hard because not only are they very big areas, but they're spaced out and it's not high population. So right now, those areas are we're going to have a little bit of problem. Um, as far as paperwork goes, the computer tech is still doing his freaking thing. You know what I mean? When y'all see what he did with this site, you'll see why he took so long. He is a genius. He is not some guy just sitting there, that taught himself how to build a website or is using templates. This thing is gonna be nice. We're gonna have a lot of different things. We're gonna have a lot of apps. We're gonna kill it, man. I'm trying to think of like the stuff that I can tell y'all. Of course, we will be in Panama, like I told you. We will be in Mexico, and I want to give some of my Mexico people the chance to do their own thing and announce whatever they want to announce. We will be in Trinidad. I've got a friend in Trinidad that's ready to go. Canada is already taken care of. Canada already has their representative. Canada actually already has put together tentatively 2 shows that we're working on to solidify and make sure it happens. You don't have to worry about Chicago. I promise you that. You don't have to worry about Chicago. It's jumping in Chicago. We'll probably be there just as much as we'll be in Florida. The whole thing is about bringing our vibe back. These barbecues is fun. We will be having at a lot of the barbecues. If some of y'all think y'all can cook, so we have the cook-offs. You know what I mean? We're going to actually have a little trophy and do a little blind test for some of y'all, to think y'all the chef master. We're going to bring that back. Most of these barbecues, you're going to have bounce houses for the kids and the face painting. We bringing that stuff back. Something else that y'all all wanted to know, we are going to work diligently, and I mean super diligently, to bring in physical activities. I'm also working on the program for obedience activities, because if your dog achieves an obedience certification, I believe that certification should be on your dog's paperwork. A good citizen award or whatever obedience level that your dog goes to, it should be on your dog's paperwork. And we still have to remember that some places they still do want us to get rid of our dogs. So if you can come and present from your registry that you have good citizens awards and it's on your dog's paperwork, it goes over a lot easier with everybody, from the people you might have to rent from, to the dog warden coming by to sweat you, to whatever. Trust me, I've had to whip out paperwork many a times and they left me alone just because I was together with what I had. But a lot of this stuff, yes, we are doing weight pool. Yes, we are going to set up tug of war. We want activities. DNA testing starts when you register your first litter. I'm not going to make everybody right off top DNA their dogs. It doesn't matter. You've been registered everywhere else. But once you register a litter, we need both parents on profile. And it's to protect the consumer and to protect the breed. If any questions ever arrive, I don't have to argue with you. No one in the office has to argue with you. If one of your dogs come out looking like part Malamute, we will be able to just simply test and say, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell is going on? and it'll get there. I'm gonna tell you what, Puerto Rico is being brought up right now. I'm gonna tell y'all this about Puerto Rico. We are going to throw the Puerto Rico show. Once conditions are back to a point to where Puerto Rico can really, really get down and have the type of show. And I from things I hear, and I got people in Puerto Rico, we're going to turn Puerto Rico out. Either that or they're going to turn us out. One way or the other. But we're going to represent. I got too many people. I got people, my D-line family, the Guzmans, Puerto Rico. I mean, I've been around Puerto Ricans my whole entire life. and I frequent there, and I feel like, you know, if nothing else, as a community, it'd be a good time to go there and actually kick it with our people and show some appreciation, even though they're going through a tough time. So Puerto Rico, we will be there. As far as any nationals, you don't have to worry about nationals for a very long time. The earliest that you'll see us do a nationals will be in 2020. We haven't thought about a city yet. I have, but we haven't talked about it. But we'll be doing shows. Now, what you will see is you will see the two big shows that you might want to watch out for. And I'm not saying they're the only big shows, but the Hall of Fame Festival, you might want to see about that. The Hall of Fame Festival, y'all will notice, is just what it sounds like. The Hall of Fame Festival will be where dogs get retired and put into the Hall of Fame, and certain breeders will get retired and put into the Hall of Fame. And at that time, it'll be those events will be 2 and 3 day events where we have, it's basically our appreciation to the people who have really, really led this breed in the right way. I mean, it's not throwing shade at anybody, but I always felt like some breeders have actually dedicated a whole lifetime. I'm from Ohio. You don't got to worry about Columbus. Columbus is, we gonna take care of that. Lovely. But the Hall of Fame Festival might be in Canton, you know. But the thing about it is bottom line is that we want to show respect to the people who've been pushing this breed for years, and actually, you know, our version of retiring them. You know, I mean, this tell y'all how much shit I've been doing. I've actually talked to a jeweler about, you know, the breeders who do get retired actually get a real Hall of Fame ring, and it's not some cheap piece of shit either. It's actually a nice ring. And the dogs that get retired, you know, they get a bust. They don't get just anything like a little plaque. They get a real bust of them made, and it's just about showing respect, you know. It's just about showing respect to the people who have worked their asses off to make this thing happen. You know, we're gonna be everywhere. Right now, John Easterly is on the post. John can tell y'all. John has literally like 50 different people wanting to throw events and throw multiple events. That's just people. I myself and the registry and our circle in this registry has already decided we're throwing 25 shows this year. If y'all want to know what I've done here, if y'all can see the rest of my house is now an office / kennel pretty much. I've gotten rid of the dining room table. I've gotten rid of furniture. What used to be my dining room and my living room will now be replaced by computers and printers. You know, and I liked it that way because it allows me to sort of maintain my lifestyle, whereas Poop hangs out in the bedroom and yells D-line and throws punches at the screen, and he can do that, and I can come do this from time to time. And the people that I have helping me can be right on the other side of this wall, making sure that y'all paperwork get back to y'all like in a couple days. You know, because that was important to all of us to make sure that no one had to wait 5-6 years for freaking paperwork. And we will have it on the website where you can directly do your paperwork straight through. We will not be doing single registrations. At this time, I think it's too much to take on single registrations. It didn't go over well with the ABKC. And I just don't really think it's a good idea right now. If you don't have a good way to show where your dog came from, I don't know if it should really be a part of a show dog community. You know, some dogs are pets. If we lose the lineage on our dogs, sometimes we just have to make them pets. You know, now if you can show the lineage and know where your dog came from and give us something to go off like that, it may be something to talk about later on. But right now, we have to. This thing is about putting a vice on the game and making people act right. That's all. You know, it's really about getting us prepared for the competition that's at hand. You know, now I told y'all about the Hall of Fame show or the Hall of Fame festival, and that it's in the notes. Looking forward to seeing how that turns out. I think it's gonna be fun though, cause it's multiple days amongst the little events we have. We're gonna probably have a softball game where we get a couple crews together that still think that they can swing a bat and run, and more than likely we'll have the paramedics there because somebody's gonna get fucked up trying to be an athlete. But you know, little stuff like that, huge cookout, but it's more of a celebration, and at those type of things, it's not a charge. You know, the show will be a charge, but when we have the event to come out and kick it, it's all good. I mean, I missed your question about on YouTube about, I saw Pup and I saw Register, but I missed it. The second show, the big show, and there is a major sponsor that is going to kick in on this show. The second show is our invitational. The invitational is like a normal show, but the invitational part of the show is like unlike anything you've seen. The other countries that we deal with, which at this point in time would be Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, Trinidad, Canada, you know, and whoever else I forgot. But our plan is at the invitational to bring these dogs to the United States. So, last year I picked a very impressive dog in Colombia that won a show. Our sponsors are going to pay for these dogs to fly in and compete against our dogs head to head. I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a cool way to think about it because, who wouldn't want to beat a dog that came from 2,000 miles away? But at the same time, you have to remember, these people take their shit serious, so they're not coming a couple thousand miles away to lose, And it's a way to bring our community, from around the world together. Now, there's a lot of stuff that has to be tied up, but as far as registering your dogs, we plan on getting that done in December. The site will be up. I'm actually meeting with the people about the paperwork, which will be real nice tomorrow or Tuesday. And the printers are basically ready to roll. All we're waiting for is the database. I won't ruin the website for you because there's other things on the website. We will be accepting UKC, ABKC, BBCR, IBKC. We will be accepting pretty much all the paperwork. Whew, excuse me. Now, the one thing I can tell you is this. There are two dogs that are banned, and y'all know that. It's Miyagi and it's Bullseye. And I'm sorry to the fans of those dogs, but we talked about this forever. We agreed with the ABKC when they banned the dogs, and we all knew and had very, very good reason as to why these dogs were banned. Multiple reasons why these dogs were banned. And we feel like we're going to stick in there. Now, some people have brought up other bloods like, oh, I know they have Frenchie in that blood. That's cool. And I don't mean it's cool in the way that we're just welcoming it in. But also remember, our second line of defense is our judges, which we plan on having judges who take this shit serious. So if our judges see a dog that comes in there and he looks like a French Bulldog in the American Bully class, it's a good chance that dog probably won't be welcomed at the registry and will pull his papers. If the dog is so far gone that people would be pissed off about it, it's a such thing as pulling papers. That's all you have to do. I know it scares people to death, but you have to pull the papers sometime. This is going to be the ugly part of our program here, because there are so many dogs that may end up getting their papers pulled. That will run some people away, but the good dogs and the people who are representing the true American Bully, man, you in the house. You got nice dogs. You got what the dogs is about. And when I say pulling papers, that means you have a train wreck. Let's just be realistic. If your paperwork gets pulled, you have a train wreck. I'm not going to pull a nice dog's paper. John is not going to pull a nice dog's paper. Neither one of us are going to even pull an average dog's papers. If your dog comes in there with a rear that's 10 inches higher than his shoulder blades, feet kicked out, elbows kicked out, bad bite, bad tail, yes, you probably will lose Sparky. Sparky can be a hell of a pet, but you need to cut his nuts and let the idea that he can win a show or even get in the show ring go. And we want to bring that back where people knew when they was out of line. You didn't have to argue with them. They're like, I should never brought that shit in there. I'm sorry, man. We need to get back to that. It's many things that I'm sure right now I'm forgetting. I know some people are going to want to order the t-shirts, and they've already been asking me about t-shirts and sweat from the TBKC, which sounds so weird for me to say in front of the camera because I've been saying it off camera forever, and when I get on here, I really, 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 really like focus to not say it. But now I can say it freely. T-shirts, we'll probably be, we might be possibly starting to take pre-orders on those shirts anytime this week. And they are going to print. They are slightly held back by all of the D-line shirts. And those are the ones with the dogs humping on the back with the huge D-line logo on there that everybody wants. So those shirts are getting pushed out. The Fuck the Exotic shirts were right before them. So my printer can only do so much, at a time. So that's slipping me in between all their other million businesses. You know, but at the end of the day, man, we ready. We're super ready. I'm super confident in the crew of people that are around. Y'all see my man Bobo on here. You see Ronnie right there. He's got the Philippines locked down, and we'll make sure that we doing our thing over there. We got a lot of people. You got my homie Drew right there. I mean, we are serious about changing the culture of the American bully. We are, we're ready. That's why John killed himself to come out and man, bullshit. I bet you I don't pull no hamstring in the softball game. I bet you I don't pull no hammy. That's gonna be Jesus's ass. But this kind of shit, talking shit and having fun, this is what it's about. We're gonna do a lot of charity events, and we just gonna have some fun, man. You know, hey, actually, Reg, I'm gonna go back to the gym tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the gym tonight. A little vodka don't stop me now. I'm going back to the gym. I didn't appreciate my leg workout earlier, so I feel like I got some finish off work I need to do and hit the heavy bag. But this is what I ask y'all. Be patient with us. This thing is going to evolve over the next year. And that's why we don't want the Nationals until 2020. Because the next 2 years, things will be added. Things will be perfected. But right now, we're going to jump out. 2018, we jumping out. We jumping out like a damn, what they call it, an angry junkyard dog. We coming pissed off, and we going to make our community better. We going to take back the American bully community. But a lot of the stuff y'all will see will get better. Y'all will see it get better and better and better and better and better and better and better. And y'all will see our community expand because we're doing more events that are not your typical just confirmation events. When you do go to a lot of shows, you can be like, what the because we are going to actually push our weight pool. I would love to see 40, 50 dogs compete in the weight pool. And I'm going to try to recruit them. I'm going to try to recruit some. And keep in mind of this also, what we're going to do this a little bit different is we're not going to go breed by the physical activity. So if your dog is in tug of war, that's a weight thing. So we don't want to eliminate nobody. If y'all want to see an XL and a Rottweiler bang at each other on the tug of war, go right ahead. Even on the weight pool, we go on weight classes. So don't be surprised if y'all see somebody bring in that damn little 8-pound Chihuahua and harness him up and let him pull. It just is what it is, We want a community that's diverse, and we want a community that's bringing good dog people into our community left and right. That's our goal. All of the physical activities are open breed stuff, and of course our confirmation ring is sacred, and we will keep it that way. But I tell you what, man. I feel like I got a weight off of my chest just by not having to keep biting my tongue and reminding myself that I did it. And I don't even know y'all missed it, but we had the biggest issue last week. I tell y'all, it was actually Poop's mom that did the shit, and nobody caught it. When Dave kicked me out of Nationals last week, and we were all going in on him, none of y'all seen this shit. George seen it. She actually posted up the logos for the TBKC and was basically like, fuck the ABKC. And she was like, bam, 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 bam. And she put them up. And George was like, did you see that? And nobody paid attention. Look, on the post that she posted it on, it was literally like 400 people on that post. Oh, you saw it. Okay, see, somebody saw the shit. She posted this shit. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? I can't never... I'm like, what the hell? They gonna copyright our shit. Oh man, I was like, I was calling her. She was at her house left and right, and the shit was just amazing. It was funny as hell. But she put it up, and everybody was still asking me, well, what's the name of the registry? And it was right in front of their faces until she took it off. I called her. I said, dude, I'll never share anything with you again but a child. But she probably at home laughing her ass off too, cause she spilled the beans on that one. But hey man, y'all do your thing, man. Y'all change. They go one of the logos right there. Hugh got it, and there's more and more logos to come. That's the green one. We got different colors. We actually got a bunch of different logos. We got some other cool shit. T-shirts is coming. Hey, y'all represent. Y'all let people know that we serious about this. What I'm gonna do is, y'all notice in the next week or so, y'all gonna start not just hearing about the date. We'll probably have a date for the Rhode Island show sometime in the next week. But the barbecues, y'all gonna hear about barbecues. I'm gonna be announcing at least 2 dates for barbecues this week here in Florida, and then we're gonna start working on. Well, we might probably announce more than that because John now is free to start putting together his barbecues, and he's been waiting, literally waiting on me for months now. So everybody is free to start making plans. The TBKC phone number will be active next week. The phone, the fax, and everything like that. And like I say, before December is out, we will be doing paperwork. And it's time, y'all. Y'all said y'all wanted an alternative where people was real with y'all, where y'all didn't have to deal with lies and politics and all that. Hey, there go my dude Jason Blue, man. That dude touched my heart. He called me and he told me I'm here for the dogs. I'm here to help out. And hey, the junior handler, the junior handler's got to lead the way, man. We got Drew. Hey, Jason Blue, we got Drew, so the junior handler program. If that's what, hey, call me, man. Shit, if that's what if you want to get involved in that, man. However, I've never really dealt with junior handler, but y'all know we having junior handler, cause y'all know I'm all about the damn kids. So junior handler. Hey Jason, if you can, if you can help out with that or whatever, I can't do everything, and y'all remember that we a community. But the one thing about it is our community is open and we trying to keep it fair, and we got a lot of good people. Jason reached out to me last week and was like, man, I'm just trying to get this shit right. I want this community better. Drew did the same thing. So many people did the same thing. I see Mary on there. So many good people just want this shit to go right, and I want it to go right. That's why I know next year I'm not going to be home but maybe 2 or 3 weekends out of the whole entire year, which is going to be hard with kids, but I hired a nanny, so I'll see y'all at the shows. But hey, man, if y'all have any questions, what is it? tbkcdogs@gmail.com. You can email me there right now. And if you have any questions, John Easterly is available. And we're going to start getting it going. But tbkc@gmail.com will be up. I mean, it's up and running. It's been up and running. Y'all noticed the TBKC Facebook page pops up tonight. Y'all also noticed that the TBKC YouTube page pops up tonight. The Instagram page will pop up tonight. My chair just dropped. But hitting switches, but all this stuff is in play. When y'all see the website, y'all, it's incredible. TBKC magazine is already in effect, and when y'all see how we did it, y'all gonna see it's revolutionary. It's not, all of this is not just talk. The magazine, it will be in effect. We will have articles, we will have interviews with some of the biggest names in the American bully world, some of the oldest names in the American bully world, and we have created ways to keep you all the way up on game of points, who's winning today. You don't have to wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days no more. Y'all be able to do some incredible things with pedigrees too. It's a lot of shit that we did. My man is a wizard. He's over there working his hand with our website and with our apps and everything else. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, this community we will definitely be more technically sound than any other community. And we gonna do it, man. We gonna do it. Y'all know me. I ain't changed in 6 or 7 years, so y'all know what type of dogs I expect, and y'all know how to do it. Hey, you can contact me. Either through that email, tbkcdogs@gmail, or Hall of Fame Pits 3600 @gmail, or shit, my phone number is 727-744-0963. I take the calls. I take the texts. I'm not somebody who hides and calls people the little people. I'm actually trying to work with everybody so we can get this thing done. Y'all gonna see me post up tonight. Y'all think I'm bullshitting about this damn barbecue scene. Wait till y'all see me post up this smoker. Y'all gonna see we ain't bullshitting. We already got somebody bringing out the giant smoker, a couple of them. We are coming to have a good time. Yeah, we're going to do December dates. And Tommy, I hate that I didn't make it down there yesterday. Believe it or not, brand new car and a freaking tire is acting a fool on me. So hopefully I can get that fixed tomorrow. But Tommy, hey, shit, man, you can set up a date. But I have a couple dates up here. This week I'm going to set them up. I'm going to confirm everything with the places that I need to. Now that my lawyer told me we good to get rolling. And we're going to do it. We're gonna keep right now. I'm gonna tell you this. We're gonna keep the paperwork at $20, and trust me, it's a struggle to keep it at $20 because we went with higher quality paper. And now y'all don't tie me to that because it could go to 25, but we negotiating to try to keep it at the $20. But you'll see, we didn't get your typical paperwork. We didn't get your typical paperwork or typical envelopes. Everything is a little bit different. Everything is a little bit more Rolls Royce than it is Ford. You'll see what I mean. But as of right now, Belinda, we are trying to stick at that $20, and I hope that the numbers don't change on me tomorrow. If it do, don't y'all beat me. Hey, Danny, I already told him. There go my guy Danny right there. That's my brother, Hall of Fame. We in this together. March, y'all need to get to Rhode Island, especially if you anywhere on the East Coast, Midwest, even the South. It's not that far. It's gonna be worth it, man. It's gonna be worth it. We gonna turn Rhode Island ain't gonna never be the same. Cause Danny always turned it out by himself, but now you got Bobby Deans, you got my crazy ass, John Easterly in the middle of the winter running around with no shirt on. This shit about to be crazy, and most importantly, we gonna have dogs. We're going to have a lot of dogs. We're going to have a lot of good dogs. We're going to have shit for these kids. We trying to bring the family back to the American bully. We trying to, all that politics, all this with guys hanging out in Raptors and thinking that they superstars and catering to people who have no good intentions for our breed. That shit is over with over here. And trust me, we'll have just as many shows as any of the other competitors. But the one thing about it is the right dog is going to win. And we promise you quality across the board. No politics, just quality. Even the trophies will be quality. I promise you that. But man, I appreciate y'all. Man, y'all go ahead and spread them logos. This week, the first edition of TBKC Radio. D-Line Radio is coming back. That whole station is about to be a mess. But D-Line Radio is coming back. Bully Rant Radio is coming back. It's going to be a lot of talking. But the changes that y'all will see in the format is this. Is that with all of these radio shows, you'll start to notice that we're having more guests now. We'll have a lot more guests. It won't just be me, but we'll be doing a lot more interviews, and we're bringing in people in our community. We'll even be bringing in, I got the dog warden set up where he's going to tell y'all the situation of how many American bullies / pit bulls are in the shelters now, and how bad breeding tactics have pretty much loaded the shelters up with our dogs. We need to open our eyes to what we're doing. I got veterinarians who are going to be coming on to tell us what these physical features that we see in our dogs are actually doing to them up under the skin, and the fact that they can't tell us the pain or whatever discomfort they're in. Our veterinarians are going to be coming in and breaking that down, giving tips on how to keep your dogs healthier for breeding, keeping the semen count up, what supplements to use, what not to use, what household supplies to keep your dogs away from. I've heard it all, not all of it, but I've heard a lot of it. But we all about education and getting this stuff out there. Is not going to be your typical shows. And I love everybody who keep talking about the kids, because the kids is where we trying to go. I'm not calling y'all old. I'm not going to call myself old, but we've had our time, and if we want our breed to survive, we got to start teaching our kids how to do it the right way, and the only way we can teach them to do that is by the way we teach them everything else, by example. I'm not teaching my kid to be no fucking dog rap star, whatever that shit is that they trying to push out there. Yeah, Belinda. Florida. We gonna, I'm in Florida. Danny's in Florida. We got a pretty good contingency. My man George Alvarez is in Florida. Tommy was just on there. He's in Florida. We got a good contingency in Florida. Florida will probably see a show like every other month, realistically. Florida will probably see a show every other month. Not necessarily show, but more the barbecue type. And remember, all barbecues do have one actual show, but they're limited to that one actual show. So we can't, but you have guest speakers. So I know, like at my events, I'm gonna fly Sean in from True Tank to one of the events. I have very good intentions of trying to fly in some other good, well known breeders, and it might not even be a breeder from this breed. It might be one from the other breeds, the Rottweiler or whoever. But information and education is just that. So it's gonna be going, man. Y'all get to know more of the sponsors. You trust me, one of our sponsors are gonna be one of the biggest companies in the world. And man, we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. Pizza parties and the whole nine. So I hope that everybody enjoys all of the work that's put into this. I know John busted his ass, Bobby busted his ass. I'm dead over here. Y'all talking to a corpse right now, but I'll be back with a couple more sips. And we're gonna get it going, man. Every now it won't. Now y'all notice that everything will speed up. Pretty soon, very soon, you'll see the website pop up, and I guarantee you, it's gonna have a coming soon thing on there. We already got the website address locked in and everything like that, so it's cool. But everything will be that. Is the ABKC sponsoring anything? ABKC is sponsoring an exotic show, probably. I drink to that like Kermit. But, I don't really. I know we get fun and laughing at the ABKC and everything else, but fuck them. 14, 15 years, they had an opportunity to be real with people. 14, 15 years, they had an opportunity to push the breed in the right direction, and we got what we have now. A torn community, a bunch of angry people, and some sorry-ass dogs. This is why me, my family, and all of y'all are now dedicated. Miss Jones, our goal is to be registered before the first of the year. It strongly depends on the computer tech, and I'll explain this a little bit so y'all understand what it is. You have to build this database, right? And when you build the database, it's a couple things that could happen. We build our database fast, and it gets in there. And the problem with the database is this: we don't know at what rate it will expand. And some dogs have duplicate names. So what he's doing is he's actually doing some tests on it, because it's several Castros. Computers are smart. Even when you write software, it's smart. It picks up on patterns. It picks up on things. And believe it or not, you've heard this happen with other things before. But what happens there is that, yes, somebody just... Let me stop. Okay, I got you. Hold on. We're going to do this first. But what happens is you can have the site crash because of certain things that's confusing the site, because it adapts to the pedigrees, and it's adapting by itself in a way, and certain things can confuse it. So right now it's a lot of tests on it to make sure that this thing doesn't collapse, because the last thing, and it collapsed already, but that was expected. But it did collapse, or did what it ever did. It broke itself down just with some original tests. And this is the thing. Oh, hey, we can post all those logos everywhere, Bobo. We can post them up. I think I might have. Yeah, Ty Lumley is banned from the TBKC. We don't need him around. But I mean, we don't have to worry about him. But we have to. This damn. We have to, what we have to do is we have to just make sure, Miss Jones, that when this thing actually is up, that we never have a problem with it. And you'll see why later, because it's another part to it that helps out the community, and they're sort of hand in hand. and it's very, very computerish. I'm not one of these computer techs, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. But it was explained to me like that basically our site and everything is getting hit with a lot of different things to see if it can withstand it. Because what it looks like is going to happen with this particular registry is that it's going to be a huge influx of information all of a sudden. The last thing we want to happen is that all of y'all dogs get in there, everybody's got their stuff happen, and then the system decides to do a crash. And it won't happen because this guy, he's one of the best, literally one of the best in the world. You know, I don't ever put his personal business out there, but he works for one of the best, most notable computer companies out there, and he's not just an employee, he's a director. He knows what he's doing. So he's just making sure that our shit is on point so that it can handle everything that we wanted it to handle. Yeah, yeah, like pretty much like the Obama site, the Obamacare crashed, and it, we know that they had some good tech, so it can happen, and that's what we want to avoid. That's why we taking our time and starting to feed it a little bit of information here and there, and see how it reacts when we do other weird stuff to it. And once Megatron is complete and has passed all the tests, everybody will be able to do their paperwork. And pretty much, you're not limited on any paperwork. I promise you that. Like, nobody's paperwork is too much limited. You know, if you got some weird dogs in there, you might get a letter. But just as far as paperwork and getting your pedigrees in, we pretty much doing everything that we can, you know. And we bringing them in. And I'm telling y'all, I'm competitive. I plan on going head to head with every registry. I plan on getting in the streets. You know, I plan on, when you have a show, I plan on getting out there and really, really pushing that show. I don't want shows with 50 people. I don't want shows with 60 people, even if it's a barbecue. We trying to pull in the community, and there's different ways to do that. No, the show, Angelina, no, the shows are all over. You'll have shows in Texas. You'll have shows in Florida, Louisiana. So you have your South states. You'll have Alabama. We've got people there. You'll have Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, all the way up through the Midwest. The West Coast will be banging. The West Coast will get it in. You know, we're going to be everywhere. Like I told them, that area that's known as the Great Plains is the only area I'm having problems with right now. And it's for good reason. Large areas with smaller populations. So Michigan is where John stays, so Michigan is going to have a good time. I'm from Ohio, you know, so it is. You know, I'm seeing y'all messages, by the way, probably like 10 years later. Right now, Miss Jones, we will probably do some random stuff with the front and side pictures, but in order for us to keep up at this early stage, we won't be able to do it just because it's sort of too time consuming from what we expect. You know, you're only gonna have 2 or 3 people doing paperwork, and right now we expect to get literally thousands from the way our emails have been, from John's emails to my emails to other people who's dealing with this thing, to literally we have 2 countries that are pretty much planning to put their whole they have kennel clubs, and their clubs are giving us numbers that we got to slow our asses down on some of the things and bring it in slowly. And eventually we will have the photo IDs for the dogs and all that shit taken care of. But right now we just want to get to the point of the basis to where we can get everybody's dogs registered. So that's the main thing. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, anything with Miyagi and the pedigree can't get by. You know, uh, I don't know what that's going to turn out to be, and then we're not closing the door on a different type of dog, not an exotic, but we will see. But right now, no. And someone brought up the Alapaha. Yes, we will be adopting the Alapaha. That was something that came up, and the Alapaha will come. We have a strong bulldog contingency. And I'm hoping that just by people bringing in bulldogs, it'll make people stop trying to make the American bully a bulldog. You know, I really am, but I'm very familiar with Alapahas. I had Alapahas for 5 years. Beautiful dogs, great hunting dogs. I love them. I got too many dogs, or I probably would get another one. But man, I done talked y'all ear off, man. Y'all can start your own conversations. Uh, y'all see the pages go up and everything, man. And Yeah, Belinda. Yeah, my first is definitely gonna be. I will announce my first show in Florida by the weekend. By next weekend, I'll announce my first barbecue. And I want early on we pushing the meet and greets and getting people out there talking, and it'll be actual shows. You know, I'll be flying John Easterly in or flying Oscar Gomez in or one of these guys to take care of that. But at the end of the day, there go my brother Ryan. You know, Trinidad in the house, and you know, at the end of the day, we'll make it happen, man. We will make it happen. A lot of barbecues. I don't want any. I mean, y'all can email me if you're interested in hosting a show or anything like that. Email me tbkcdogs.com. That's actually gonna go straight to me, and I'll give y'all the other business email later on. But you know, at the end of the day, man, we gonna push. I want to work for y'all. I want to work for y'all. Y'all know my attitude. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know what I'm about when it comes to these dogs. I want to push the breed to be the best that it can be. That's it. That's it. I want to show y'all respect. I want to, just something totally different than what we've been doing, and that's it. I don't want to bash anybody no more. I'm not trying to put anybody down anymore. We beat that horse. That horse has been dead for a long time. Rhode Island will be the first indication to the world that we very, very serious. And these barbecues will be a good time to where they think we playing around, but we really on a mission to take over. That's the way you do it, man. And I truly do, like, man, I ain't gonna get emotional on here, but I love y'all because y'all love what we do. We all in this together. We love what we do. And the main thing is that I see a lot of people on here, man, who have always supported the mission of making this dog better. And really that's what it's about. It's not about anything else. We love these dogs and we've been trying to make these dogs better, and a lot of people in this community have felt like we've been imprisoned by other people's agendas. You can't even, the biggest shows are, you come away disappointed. You don't feel, successful as a breed anymore. You don't even want to be around the breed anymore. And I guarantee you, y'all know I act silly. Y'all know I'm gonna be at the shows, sipping, probably have my flask, and I hope that y'all drinking with me and we having a good damn time. Cooking burgers. I tell you, I don't know how everybody else is doing their shows, but at my shows, food is free. Bring them kids out. Bring them babies, like Jason Blue said. And I got to get in touch with Jason tomorrow, man, for we can talk. But and I already talked to Andrew. But man, the kids, we all about these damn kids. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. So if you do plan on throwing a show, and it's not mandatory. Before I go off here, let me tell y'all, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory to have a kid zone, the fun zone, but do it. It's simple. You ask restaurants and you tell them I'm having a dog show, but I want to create a fun zone for the kids. Can you bring pizzas? You'll find some company that's willing to sponsor you and bring pizzas. You will. You'll find somebody who has a bounce house who will give you a discounted price when they know you're trying to do the right thing. People, I mean, it's networking. People like to come in there and advertise. Yeah, I'll cut my price down. Just let me throw some stuff around and advertise my business. You have to learn how to network to make this thing grow. We all in this shit together. I can teach y'all some shit about networking because that used to be my thing and what I was in. But you can make this bigger than what it is by just going outside your community. But definitely, if you are throwing a show, please, y'all, let's try to get as many, as many things as we can to involve the kids in, especially the junior handler. It's a great look for us, and we teaching them how to do what we need to do. And you damn right. Let's go Las Vegas. I bet you I'll be at that show. I might have to cancel out on. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. But hey, thank y'all, man. Much love for all y'all support. We inching closer and closer to doing what we want to do. 2018 is our year. I will update y'all on all of the gear. Me and Bobo was talking about plotting on how we gonna get, TBKC new era hats. He's telling me that we going back and forth on how to scam because New Era don't want to give you the hats, but we know we'll get it all done, man. But God bless y'all. I thank y'all for taking y'all time out to jump on here with me, man. I'm excited now. I can smile. I don't feel stressed. So Hey, let's get it in, man. Y'all start going in your minds. You know, y'all saw Reg on there. Reg already got a venue for his show. Several people already got venues for their shows. You know, so don't get caught slipping because the people ain't playing and the competition is fierce. All right, much love to all of y'all and your families. Prayers to anybody who need them. I know we all need them at times. You know, God bless all y'all once again. Much love. Peace. YouTube, I'm out. Hopefully we get to upload Bully Rants tomorrow. I did fix the computer. I think I fixed it. I might be lying to y'all. But it's about 20 of them. It's about 20 of them now. And if for whatever reason the card is not reading on the computer and I had to get an adapter and a bunch of bullshit. But we'll be good, man. We'll be good. All right now. Peace.